Hey, what's up everybody? Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. So, let's dive into the video of today. And before we start, of course, we have to mention the Queen passed by now. Everybody knows, of course. Rest in peace, whatever you believe in. I'm tackling this just from a point of view of a human being, a mother, a grandmother that passed away. Then we can discuss other things another time. But it's good to put it in the mix today because it's also in relation to what we're going to cover about stands, fans, collaborators, PR team, journalists on her side, which they are insane, to say the least. And I'll show you why in a second, in those tweets there. But let's go back to this. I want to thank you guys. Yesterday I told you the book was had a sale, $1.76 for the Kindle, and I told you I wanted to see if we could go below the 100,000 for a bestseller rank in Kindle store, and we went from 150 or so to 72,000. This dark fantasy horror was like 2,500. We're almost at 1,000. So thank you. Let's see if we manage to go below the 1,000 here and below the 50,000 here. Probably doesn't take many books, maybe 2, 3 books, 5 books or something. I don't know. But anyway, we said that. Let's see if it works. I'll update you tomorrow. So where are we at? We talked about the Queen. We got to talk about this age. I don't know. It's probably PR. There was a long, awkward prose. Because if you read this, you just cringe inside. And like I said, I don't even care much about the monarchy. But I do have respect for a woman that was born into a royal family. And she was not even of age, basically, and became a queen. Just in the Second World War. Very difficult. Basically a teenager, and she has served their country, you know? And again, we can talk about all kinds of stuff depending from what country you're in, what country was affected, of course, by colonialism and so on and so forth. But obviously, also the Queen is no part directly to the history of a country that it's been colonizing the world for centuries. And many countries have done many things, and I just want to offer you this. Like I said, I don't care much about monarchy, but I know that every country has skeleton in the closets. And before you go on the tirade about colonialism and everything, just look at your country right now and how it's doing with its own means, with the people you voted in power, what the people are doing, what the people you voted are doing, and how well it's going. And then you can share a comment. All right? So anyway, here we have Chateau Bunny and goes like this cocaine cross. The Queen died, but honestly, Amber Heard been through so much more. The hardship she faced aren't even comparable to dying of old age. Until the Queen has done what Amber has done, I don't feel sympathy. I honestly don't know what to say. To say it's insane, it's the least I can say. Here we have also this other journalist working for the the NBC News, Kat Tanager, Nesper, the name doesn't come out. I don't know why. Kat, Queen Elizabeth might be reincarnated as Trisha Paytas' baby. This is the content I came to Twitter for. To be honest, leave Earth alone. Wow, they all find each other, eh? They all find each other. It's amazing. Honestly, this person works for NBC. I think NBC should be noticed about this stupidity. And again, you know, you can have your own opinion about the royals. Queen Elizabeth might be reincarnated. Here comes the Queen Twitter. So apparently there is also like a petition here on change.org um, to revoke Tamberge from NBC News. People who are employed by major news sources as journalists should be allowed to lie to the public. Shouldn't be allowed to lie to the public. We rely on journalists to report facts so we can have a general understanding of what's going on around us. If we can't rely on news sources to report accurate information, who can we trust? Well, you can finish to read this, and I agree with that. And that's also why some of us YouTubers are just trying to share things and go over fact, react to each other, trying to dig through the noise and the mess and the insanity and the fake posts and the bots, the continuing of fabrication of headlines which make absolutely no sense, the intimidation, the going after, the reports. Yeah, it's insane. 537 already signed the petition. Well, it needs a way to go anyway. I don't care much about the petition, honestly. You do whatever you want. But that's the state we are in. Wow, I do feel sad that the Queen has died, because mostly I'm always scared when something like this happens, if there is any type of stability in the world, right? Despite what you believe in. But if there is any type of stability in the world, because there are certain figures that somehow, both psychologically and practically, they've held the messiness of countries and economies and rulers and whatever together to an extent that it's plausibly okay, you know, then you're always scared that some other new kind of energy can just jump in and disrupt and create havoc and undo that kind of very thin, very thin equilibrium somehow that we seem to have, more or less. But anyway, guys, we have also here another interesting thing about Camilla that all of a sudden showed up again immediately after, I think was Taylor Lorenz, another journalist, mentioned her. And it's funny because Lisha Tobani says she's in Italy. I hope she's not around here. And she's not in rehab, but she's going to be sometime off. And then we have Camilla here that all of a sudden came back. She also made sure that we know that she went through intimate partner V. Whether or not that's true, your guess is as good as mine. What I've learned is that those PR bots, those PR people, they always want to look like, you know, they just enjoy wearing the cape of the victims. They just leverage, you know, this type of stuff to their advantage, so that somehow they're protected from criticism. You know, I'm not saying it's not true, but there is a high chance that all those things right here are just for the sake of deterrence, so to speak, from for people to reply and comment and share their opinion, you know. So anyway, let me know what you're thinking. But it's interesting because also this Camilla says that she just came back today momentarily, but she will deactivate again. So if you're thinking that perhaps that could be the same person, that's probably the case. Let's check on that umbrella guy tweet here, and he's posting this screenshot of Taylor Lorenz, another journalist that is doing a hit piece on him on the Washington Post, which is the same magazine that published the op-ed of AH. So it's very interesting how Taylor Lorenz this time reached out. She was in the controversy, in a controversy before, because she alleged that she reached out to that umbrella guy, but she did not, basically lying. Look how interesting this email is. It's like, I'm working on a story about misogyny on YouTube. You are mentioned in the piece. How do you respond to the description of your content as a demeaning to women? Has demeaning to women? You have grown your channel to over 400,000 subscribers by posting exclusively anti-Amber age content. Do you agree that your channel growth has been due to posting anti-Amber Heard coverage? Your YouTube videos have received over blah 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 blah, and you have received a notification from YouTube that you have broken the platform community guidelines. Is there anything else you would like to say? So basically, those are all veiled threats to me, and also implying something that she cannot know, that he's breaking the YouTube videos guideline. You know, she's assuming just because he's doing pieces which they're not favorable towards reputation or look. But you know, from the videos of that umbrella guy, what I can see, and I watch many of them, is that he's just reposting, talking commentary on what is out there, which it's not his fault that makes AH look bad. It's just her and her PR team, her friends, including this lady here, doing the work. We just reply and respond to it. Those people, they just don't realize that if basically they just went away for 6 months and just shut up, probably would have been better for the career of all of them. So including AH. So she's saying, like, you know, like targeting him again with this. And I honestly hope that Tag doesn't even bother replying or sharing anything, because whatever he says will be used against him 100%. Already in this, she's sort of like trying to incriminating him, you know, by forcing him to say a yes or no. It's absolutely like leading if you read into this. So I would say just, you know, use a finger that it's not the first, not the last on your hands, and use it to wave a goodbye to this person. Honestly. So guys, what you think about this? Huh? As soon as I go back, I would love to get in contact with Tug. And this is what we have today. A lot of insanity, a lot of PR maneuvers, a lot of fakeness, still a lot of delusion. But we are here, you know, we are here to set the record straight. Andy Signore, Tug, I'm here as well. I do whatever I can do. So guys, thank you so much for the support. Again, thank you so much for the support to the book. Let's see tomorrow if we get below 1,000. And always spread love. Take care. Ciao.